I am bound by blood oath to respond to every comment on this YouTube video. Hey guys, my name is Ben. Welcome to Hammered Historians on This Day in History, the show where I drink beer and I tell you what you missed in history. Today we're taking a look at May 8th. May 8th, 1996. Notable federal informant, rapper, and feral troll doll, Tekashi 6ix9ine, is born. If only the doctor had had the foresight to just shove him right back in. May 8th, 1998. The Hinsdale, Illinois Bell Switching Room Fire. The largest telecommunications disaster in US history. Good thing that TikTok ban didn't go through. So we're at the Bell Switching Room. It's one of them big computer things that just kind of like, tells all the telecommunication signals where to go. It's one of the largest ones in the state. It handles shit like hospitals and airports. And it catches on fire. So that's not good. All right, so you're working there. All of a sudden, there's a big fire. What do? Call the fire department. Oh. One of the employees had to hitchhike to the fire department while everything was on fire to get him to come over. So the fire department gets there and it's going real bad. Also, all the power's still on, so they can't like go in or spray water. They gotta call the power company and get that turned. Oh. All right, so can't call the power company. They just start like yanking out wires and fuses. Eventually they yank out enough of the power cables that the firefighters can actually like get in there and start fighting the fire. It's finally safe enough. Which, speaking of, apparently all the burning wires started to release hydrochloric acid. No idea what that was doing in there. And several of the firefighters need medical attention. So what do? They gotta call the ambulance. Oh. Yeah, eventually they get the fire under control and it takes them like a month to finally get all like the telecommunications hooked back up and like good to go again. Which is probably a pain in the ass for, everyone. But I assume an even larger pain in the ass to pizza delivery shop owners and 1-900 number patrons. How am I supposed to jerk off? That joke won't make sense to anyone under 35. May 8th, 1984. The Soviet Union and 14 other countries announced their plans to boycott the 1984 Olympics. I'm sure the US's response was just, more medals for us. Documents found in 2016 reveal a nationwide Soviet doping plan for the 1984 Olympics. Some experts believe that their later boycott was due to changes in the drug testing policy for the track and field events. Which is a shame, because who wouldn't want to see 30 Ivan Superdrogos sprinting across the field like the goddamn Terminator? May 8th, 1980. The World Health Organization announces the eradication of smallpox. May 8th, 1978. Reinhold Messer and Peter Habler make the first summit of Mount Everest without supplemental oxygen. I'm sure all the Sherpas carrying their stuff were very impressed. Side note, I got sidetracked by the Mount Everest 1970 section on Wikipedia. Came across this absolute maniac, Yuichiro Miura. I'll admit this is May 6th, 1970. But I missed it by 2 days and I didn't want to have to wait a year to tell you guys. On May 6th, Yuichiro Miura, he climbed Mount Everest, he got to the top, he looked around and he was like, yeah, I'm gonna ski down this motherfucker. He skied apparently 6,600 vertical feet down Mount Everest. He then fell another 1,300 feet. He deployed a parachute at some point and stopped just short of tumbling into a massive crevasse. Get this man a Red Bull. Just doing a Xander Cage cowabunga off the tallest mountain in the world. I once decided I didn't want ice cream because the Baskin Robbins was on the second floor and I didn't like the number of stairs I was looking at. May 8th, 1976. The first roller coaster with loop-de-loops opens in Six Flags. The Citizen Kane of roller coasters. I assume it's the one in the picture on the sign. Upon further research, it wasn't actually the first roller coaster with loop-de-loops, it was just the first modern coaster with loop-de-loops. I can't really figure out what that means, so I guess it just means we had coasters with loop-de-loops back in the day, but they just had lower safety standards and a higher number of decapitations. May 8th, 1972. Operation Pocket Money. It's towards the end of the Vietnam War over here, and Nixon's not liking that he's losing. So he orders the filling of the largest North Vietnamese shipping port with naval mines. Now, how'd they do that with all the North Vietnamese still there? By just hucking them out of airplanes. Wild twist, and I'm not making this up. August 4th, 1972. May, June, July, like 3 months later, 3 to 4 months later, a massive solar flare sets off several dozens of the mines in the harbor. They don't mess up any of the boats, they just get self-detonated on their own. By the sun. Turns out the big red sun was just on the side of the communists. Sort of obvious in hindsight, really. I think I should probably go to the hospital. And you should probably hit that subscribe button. May 8th, 1970, the Beatles released their 12th and final studio album, appropriately titled Let It Be. They break up forever a month later. The album was characterized by John Lennon not writing enough songs because he was busy doing heroin, and then being a dick to Paul McCartney about the songs that he had written, and then Paul McCartney being a dick to George Harrison about the songs that he wrote. And then Ringo in the back there just going, "Oh, come on, guys, let's not fight." Oh, yeah, and Yoko Ono just sitting in the corner not blinking for 8 hours at a time. Maybe occasionally unhinging her jaw to eat, like, an egg or a small mammal of some kind. Okay, side note here. The Beatles were the Beatles from, like, 1959, 1960 to 1970. Like 10 years, in and out, done and done. Like, all that shit, all the screaming fans, the Beatlemania, it was just 3 years in. And then the whole thing was done, like, 7 years later. Like, holy shit, that escalated quickly. For comparison, Skindred, the new metal hard rock reggae band, has been around and making music and albums for like 27 years straight. And I don't think anyone listens to them but me. May 8th, 1950, the Tollund man, not a zombie, is discovered in a peat bog near Sickelborg, Denmark. He was so well preserved that they thought he was just a regular dead guy who had been murdered. Scientific scans that he could have been fine, if not for the noose around his neck and being dead for 2,000 years. Scientific techniques weren't that great in the 1950s, so they thought the optimal storage solution for this piece of previously living history was to just cut off his head and keep that to save space, which they actually did. That's the thing they actually did. They did that. May 8th, 1926. David Attenborough was born. This guy's almost 100 years old, still making documentaries. I hope they just have David Attenborough do a David Attenborough documentary at this point. Planet Attenborough. May 8th, 1923. The Communist Party of Romania is formed. The US doesn't like it one bit. May 8th, 1986. That's wrong. May 8th, 1886. Pharmacist John Pemberton sells the first carbonated, non-alcoholic Coca-Cola. They took the wine out after local prohibition laws had gone into effect the year prior, because alcohol is dangerous and bad for you. It's still full of cocaine though. They don't take that out till 1903. May 8th, 1429. The French bad bitch and alleged witch with messianic fits, Joan of Arc, lifts the siege of New Orleans. I know they're in different places, but I just can't help picture this taking place with everyone wearing Mardi Gras beads. Now, this is a big deal for Joan of Arc, because everything up to this point was kind of just like the training montage, like getting people to believe in you part of the movie. Or if you want to use the hero's journey infographic, we've currently checked off the call to adventure, the refusal of the call, and the supernatural aid. Now we're on to part 2, initiation and the road of trials. It's basically the part where she goes from unmedicated weirdo to French superhero. Or, if you want to use the Disney's Hercules journey, it's the part of the movie where Hercules takes out the Hydra and then everyone starts clapping and chanting his name, right before the Zero to Hero musical montage kicks in. All right, I'm not really sure where else to have slotted these in, but May 8th, 535, Pope John II. May 8th, 1615, Pope Boniface IV. And May 8th, 685. And May 8th, 685, Pope Benedict II. All die. Just a bad day for popes, I guess. Double fun fact. Originally named Mercurius, Pope John II was actually the first pope to rename himself after putting on the hat. You can tell because he has a 2 in his name. That's more beer than I. Oh, that's beer. Well, I've been Ben. This has been On This Day in History with Hammered Historians. May 8th. Hope you guys learned something, or at the very least, Or at the very least, just kind of click the like button a little bit. If you like this, tune in next time. If you didn't, then I don't know what to tell you. Just Xander Cage Cowabunga. Just Xander Cage Cowabunga. Cowabunga-ing. 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 Cowabunga. Just Xander Cage Cowabunga-ing. Cowabunga. Just doing a Xander Cage Cowabunga